Hello, I'm Asif Farouk of Finextra, and we're here today at Finextra Future Money, and I'm with Julia Groves of Trillion Fund. Julia, thank you for joining me.
Not at all.
So let's talk about fostering innovation and growth. What more can be done in this industry to achieve that?
We've got a pretty good starting point, I have to say, if you're going to look at starting any kind of fintech, whether it's B2B or B2C company, and you're in the UK, you are in the right place at the right time. I can't really see that there's a better context worldwide for doing it. We are still in a situation, however, that we're dependent on access to banking services, and that's still something of a struggle. There's some improvement there. And you know, we do have a fantastic tax environment through EIS investments and SITR. I think the challenge for a lot of financial services businesses is that it has to get to scale before it can be profitable. So for these to be sustainable innovations, you're probably looking at some form of partnership, whether that's match funding or the involvement of a larger institution or a larger brand. And I think that's the key thing which we could do, is get better at connecting the small, nimble innovators with the big players who have that structure and the scale that they can bring to play.
Okay, so is there any advice or tips you'd give to new companies starting out in this sector?
I think it's really worth spending the first couple of weeks before you even get off the ground researching what's out there. It's just a huge number of incubators and startup venture arms of VC funds where you can really get not just access to very early seed finance, but also to some of that expertise. And there really is no replacement for, a bit of grey hair in doing it. My partner and I, Teresa, are the grand old dames. We're both in our late 40s and standing up at pitches feeling 20 years older than everybody else. So we have the benefit in some ways of track record, but there are amazing things like In a Tribe and Startup Bootcamp and Seed Camp. So there's a lot there. Go and find it and try and avoid making some of the common mistakes other people make.
What place do you see crowdfunding playing in the future? What role do you see it playing in the future?
So I think crowdfunding is a huge opportunity for the investors and the investees, just because it's very simple and transparent, and it's connecting people directly with the businesses. So I think its impact will be that investors and lenders get a better risk-adjusted return than they can access now with a small amount of money. And I think for businesses, they will get quicker decisions, they'll get the finance they need to grow, but there is a broader benefit to that connection as the crowd and their backing is not just financial backing, you're building an advocacy base at the same time. Now, it's not going to work for everyone. Not all businesses are crowd-fundable. If it's a very technical B2B project, that might not be the best mix. But I would encourage anyone who feels that those potential investors might be customers, takes a serious look at it, particularly in the early stages, as a way of getting an initial funding in place and demonstrating the market appetite is there.